Like Scary. We are back. I hope you all having an awesome day. I'm having an awesome day. It feels great to be a horror fan. So you all today, I'm going to talk about something you all have been asking me about the Halloween franchise and how do I feel about it just getting a fresh start, new story, and continuing just, off of what happened when Halloween ends. People are thinking that this is possibly the only way. And I want to kind of talk about that. So you guys, like I said before we get started, definitely smash the like button. Let's get into it. So we kind of take place off of, Michael getting killed in Halloween Ends. He got grounded up, which was a definite death in my opinion. It was a definite death. I've heard the theory out there about possibly how maybe it's not Michael, and that's just the fan in us not wanting that man to die. You guys, seriously, I was crushed, man. I knew they were gonna kill Michael. The title was Halloween Ends. I remember David Gordon Green basically saying like, a lot of people have not definitely killed him off, and he's gonna try to do it and stuff like that. He did it. So, as of now, I said one of the solid ones would be Danielle Harris coming back, along with, putting Rachel in there. And one thing I want to say, man, before we get into the fresh restart of Halloween, is, man, Rachel doesn't get enough credit. I love Rachel, in Halloween 4, when she's like climbing on the roof and she tells Jamie to get off the roof. She has her tied up with the wire. She's like, go down, damn it. And she's like really scared for her life. Michael's on the roof, he's swiping at her. I would love to see, but I know she's getting older. I want to say she's like 59. The actress who plays Rachel, but man, I would love to see her in the Halloween. Just not, I know she's not probably going to be as active as she was, back then when Halloween 4 came out. But damn, it would be so crazy. It would be so crazy to see her. And I've been talking about this a lot with Danielle Harris coming back. I've seen a lot of people wanting to be on that train with Danielle Harris coming back and having a new story. The uncle and the niece, and I think it would be solid. It kind of touched on a fresh restart. Now, if it's so many ways you could do a fresh restart. You could tell your own story of Michael, like how it came about. You could kind of even erase the Judith stuff, and I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know, because we all know about the story of Michael Myers. So someone trying to invent the story, we possibly will not like it, because it's almost like the same thing as that Corey Cunningham thing. I guess how you got introduced to something new at the end. And I think it would be the same way if we could try to introduce us to something new in the beginning. But if, they were to do it, Rob Zombie did it, and he, I like the Halloween 2007 Rob Zombie Halloween film. I do. I enjoy it. Especially Tyler Mane. Scout Taylor Compton was great in it, in my opinion. I feel like they start kind of getting, real comfortable in too. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to beat the dead horse, but literally. But I just really think when you start a Halloween movie, you got to keep the same story. Now, you can switch little things up that you think people won't notice or not care about. Like, for example, I don't know if you will take Laurie out the story. Maybe you'll get like a Laurie that's like, Allison. Maybe Allison is, that type of character to play a Laurie. I'm not saying literally Annie Matichek, but like, a female that's kind of similar to her, because she did a great job in my opinion. And you can kind of switch up certain things and angles, just leave out digging into the history of Michael Myers and make him take on a different group. That's another way I would like to, put it. Also, have Michael take on a different group, have him take on a different babysitter, have him stalk someone else, but kind of like mirror it to the fact we see it merge and transition into 78. Now, I'm going to tell you something that kind of made me all for this, because if you would have asked me this a couple years ago, I would have said hell to the no. Because we leave off the Halloween Rob Zombie, creations. And I'm like, no, man, no. And that's one thing I can say with 2007 Rob Zombie's Halloween. He dug too deep into the mythology of Michael Myers. You don't do that, and that's what makes Michael so unique. He's a mystery. He's the shape. You don't know anything about him. He kills with no motives at some points. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like I don't know. But after seeing something that made me say, "Oh hell yeah," but I don't know if it can be captured that same way. Halloween kills with the flashback. Halloween kills with the flashback. The way that was done, man, in the theaters, I just remember seeing that, and I'm like, I mean, you know, you guys remember the hype around Halloween Kills. We were getting like little pictures and everything. I remember seeing that picture of Loomis on a porch with Michael. I remember seeing that somewhere. And I'm like, damn, they did a flashback or something? And I remember being in the theaters and seeing young Hawkins running with the gun. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? This is 78. And you see Michael, oh my God, I love that look, man. I love that freaking look. When he comes out of the shadows and he's like, Michael, I said stop. And he goes into the alley. Oh, bone chilling, deep bone chills. And, you know, he's walking. I'm like, this is 78. I got a chance to see, like, a recreated 78 in theaters. This is crazy. And, you know, you get the scene with Hawkins and his partner upstairs. He's like, Haddonfield. He says Haddonfield, where nothing crazy ever happens. He gets choked out by Michael. I love it because you just see these crazy shots of this flashback done by the amazing Chris Nelson. He's like hitting against the wall. And you can even see little details with the rope, man. You know, when they said in 78, and he's like, you know, Sheriff Brackett saying, you know, he stole a couple Halloween masks, some rope, and, you know, and it's the little details. You see Lester and everything. It is the little details that make me like, bro, they can do a fucking flashback. Or they can do like a Halloween 2 part 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually, that will be crazy, but that's kind of like 2018. But you know what I'm saying? Like, don't make it like as far of a time jump. You can do that, but that look with Aaron Armstrong in the flashback is fucking crazy. Just little Lonnie, the Mulaney's, the score and everything. And then that scene where you see Loomis. Oh my God, did Michael kill? Did Michael kill again? Tom Jones Jr. killed that. And you know, you see Michael walking down the stairs and Hawkins once again is missing the shot. You know, that's one thing I didn't get. We got all this build up with Hawkins just for nothing to happen in the end. But that's a different, you know, that's for a different time to talk about. But yeah, man, that flashback is what made me think that it was possible. Now, I mean, you can definitely, like I said in my previous video, you can go to Halloween, you know, 2018 route just because you feel like you didn't believe enough in David Gordon Grange, you didn't like how the story, you know, came full circle, and do your own. But when I say a remake, you can do that flashback type look they did in Kills, or you can kind of keep that look and continue from 78 and do your own interpretation on what happened that night of, you know, once he got up off getting shot by Loomis. Aaron Armstrong, man. I know a lot of people out there are saying, who will play Michael again? Dude. Aaron Armstrong is a fucking beast, bro. I remember being in theaters and I heard about, you know, they were saying it was going to be another guy who played Michael in the flashback. But I'm like, nah, this is James Jude. You know, he had a little weight on him a little bit. You can kind of tell he wasn't as slim as Nick Castle, but it was a good job. And I'm like, the walk, the mannerisms of Michael, I'm like, holy shit. This is not James Jude. And you know, we found out it was Aaron Armstrong, and James Jude has commented on this man's performance numerous of times in interviews, how great he did Michael. And I'm right there behind James Jude because it's like, okay, we don't have James Jude and we kind of wiped his hands with Michael. Fair. Aaron Armstrong, I'm pretty sure from what I'm understanding, he's willing to play Michael. What if we got Aaron Armstrong, you guys, for a 78? He doesn't even have to transition a lot because he's done the flashback. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see Aaron Armstrong as the Shape. That's my pick. Aaron Armstrong, guys. He was perfect. And I would love to have that granny look if they, you know, ever did it. This is just me talking. It's nothing confirmed. You know, this is something that you guys asked me to talk about with the flashback. And not the flashback, with the, you know, restart of Halloween and how would I want it. This is how I would want it. If it's not like that flashback and Kills, I don't want it, man. Seriously, like, that right there is crazy. I don't want no modern day. I need that old look. Like, I mean, if you did a modern day one, it will have to be a unique execution for me to be pulled in that film. It will have to be a unique execution for me to like a modern day 78 remake, like it's taking place. But you gotta do it in 78 because that is like the plate, if that makes sense, the plate of the film Halloween 1978. So you're gonna have to do that. But yeah, man, I think it could be executed right. And say if we are playing around, it's just me just joking around. You guys can really just, you know, say what you want in the chat. But I always thought about this, like, okay, say if they did a remake, you know, and they had to get another Laurie. We know we had Scout Taylor Compton. If I was playing around with that, definitely Millie Bobby Brown. I always think she'll do a good Laurie Strode from Stranger Things. Or if we're going a little older type thing, because I know she's a little older, I don't know why I always say Vera Farmiga or Farmiga. I always mess her name up. from The Conjuring, man. I don't know why I think she'll do a good Laurie, man. Comment down below who you guys think can do a good Laurie. We talked about who could do a good Michael, and that's no other option. Aaron Armstrong. But Tom Jones Jr., Loomis. We got Loomis himself. Shot him 6 times. You know, we got him. We don't have to change anything, man. And I don't know if John Carpenter be on board for that, because he's like, you know, I understand, because Halloween 78 is golden. Don't touch it. You know, but I mean, let Rob Zombie touch it so you can go ahead and get somebody else to touch it, see what's going to happen. So, you know what I'm saying? John Carpenter, though, man, have his score behind, I think we got a movie. But that's just me playing around and me touching on what you guys wanted me to talk about with Halloween. And like I said, we got more Halloween videos coming, such as unboxings, film locations. We got the Welcome to How to Feel podcast. And yeah, you guys, we got Sandy Johnson coming on the freaking channel May 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be fun talking some Halloween 78 with Judith Myers herself, Michael Myers' sister. But yeah, you guys, unfortunately, this is the end of the video. Comment down below what you guys think about everything we talked about. I want you all to hit me with my social media at ILIKESCARY on Instagram, ILIKESCARY_ on TikTok, right now on Facebook, ILIKESCARY on Twitter. And yeah, you guys, right there where it says subscribe. Next to a click, join and become a member of the channel, exclusive content and benefits. Also, check out the Patreon to get the same exact exclusive content and benefits. And yeah, you guys, I want you to watch some horror movies. Stay scary out there. I love you all. Peace.